What is heritage? Because many might speak about heritage and say, hey, it's heritage, it's a Brian watching the box on TV. But heritage is something that is earned over years. Heritage, it's something that goes back to a traceable effect of a moment that has built something up. I can tell you now that an Ozzonapolis who wins his very first trophy, who then looks back at two different pieces of heritage. One, that of Orlando Pirates, that of a Bashin Matlangu who walked for him, a Basil Steenkamp who walked for him, and so many more like the innocent Mayoyos of this world, the Potsotso Makanyas of this world, who all did it so he could run. But also, this is a moment to look back at those that in development stages, like Coach Kopo, find players like Ozzonapolis and give them that little something extra. Heritage. A big word in this Heritage Month. I'm in black and white, simply because it's Buccaneers Day. Did you guys not get the memo?
Clearly not.
It's Buccaneers Day. I wouldn't need Buccaneers, guys. 4 in a row. Come on, Shambo, jealous.
I was jealous.
When especially? Why are you jealous?
No, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them, and they did the business, and they end it. You know, they managed to beat the most difficult team in the country. And they went and win the trophy.
The most difficult team in the country, Stellenbosch, forever the bridesmaid, Mark.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think they've done exceptionally well, and they are definitely one of the toughest teams to beat. I definitely agree with Lompo there. And the way Pirates did it, you could see it was going to take a mammoth effort, and they delivered. Ultimately, they are the 4-time back-to-back champions.
Is there a Pirate song, you know, that you can help us start the show with, Lompo? Very big congratulations to the support base of Orlando Pirates for what you did when you got to Mbombela. You sold it out, you showed out. The whole continent is speaking about what the support of South African football looks like, and that's you watching the show right now. So congratulations to you as well. But we're going to take a look at the game in many different sides. We're going to go back to Bafana and take a look at what needs to happen now. We'll go to Mamelodi Sundowns as they took on Makesi in the league game. But this game, we have to go to different sides of it, including a celebration that might have not been great, apparently. And for that, I go to Dav Victor. It's the Red Corner coming up with Victor Songwane.
Firstly, I want to congratulate Eugene Mdluli for a job well done in Mbombela. He had a sterling game. Pirates sterling game. Pirates scored a goal. Mabasa scored a goal. Some said this goal was offside. Ungafambi tsamalaka soccer zone. We're going to tell you kuti hesilo sako saseka or asisaseka and finish it up here.
Okay, siyathanda ukuthi ke nibe ingxenye into esizenzayo la ohlelweni lethu nikhulume nathi sizwe nemibono yenu. So, having won the first trophy of the season, once again the MTN for the fourth time in a row, do you think that Orlando Pirates, Leia Manje, can kick and boboza and challenge for the league title? Guys, I normally don't do this, but very quickly. Mark?
They are going to be competitive.
That's not what I'm asking you. Can they win it?
Yes, they can.
They win the what? The league?
The league.
Yeah.
You need the level of consistency in terms of the performances in 30 games. So that is, of course, a stress reliever as a player in a big team to play for a trophy and win it early in this season. It can set the tone for the rest of the season.
You didn't answer it, but it's okay. I need to go to Mazola Mulefe. The Super Journal with the news making headlines.
Yeah, Skipper Ujiwaki jealous Nyana Mara. Let's continue celebrating the Buccaneers for winning that MTN 8 title at a 4th in a row. And I caught up with Skipper. He didn't start the game, but he was there to witness the celebrations. I'm talking about Nkosinati Sibisi. Talking about the tepid start that they have at the beginning of the season, but building momentum to eventually win this trophy. And he says they are in it to win it. He's talking about the title race in the Betway Premiership.
Look, whenever there's change, there's doubt, and uncertainty. So for us, we knew what we were capable of doing, and I think we proved it when we were in Spain. It was a matter of a hiccup, a slow start in the league, but we know what we can do with the quality that we have. There's no ways that we shouldn't be dreaming, of lifting every trophy, and what better way to start off with the MTN 8 trophy. Yeah, there's no way we cannot dream, of pushing for every trophy. You know, with the quality that we have, the squad that we have, the depth that we have, you know, I think it's only fair that we repay the club with winning such tournaments and such titles. So for us, it's just a matter of keep going and let's see what the future holds.
Seeing what the future holds. Talking about the future, I've got a breaking news story regarding Devin Titus of Stellenbosch coming to the end of his contract as things stand. I'm told because he's got an agency that's got a vast network in Europe, he's angling for a move abroad. I do wonder, Mark Haskins, what this would mean for Stellies if they were to lose a player of this caliber.
It would be a massive blow. Devin Titus has been an important player for them since his introduction into the first team, and so certainly would be a massive blow. I'm very surprised, though, that they've gone into his final season without having renewed him. Now that he's in his final season, he can pretty much leave as a free agent at the end of the season, and generally, Stellies would have taken care of that before the start of the season, but definitely a big blow for them, and especially if they're going to lose him as a free agent.
Is this the reason why perhaps Stellenbosch are always top 3 but never 2 or 1? Because every single season, they literally lose their best players.
Yeah, when you're a team like Stellenbosch who believes in promoting players from the academy, obviously you want to sell. And this is a team that always sell players. But yeah, of course, they will always come short when it comes to quality.
But the reality is they've always got a pipeline. There's always someone else coming through.
Trying to get them to get going and trying to get them to that level every season. Mazola?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that Devin Titus story as it develops. Remember, there's still a couple of months to go. Maybe Stellies will try a lot harder to try keep his services. Let's move on now to Kaizer Chiefs. My colleague Veli Lemnyandu was out at Naturena this morning. They build up to a top-of-the-table clash at FNB Stadium against Kukune United. But Coach Nabi, with Cedric Kaizer speaking on his behalf as his translator, talking about the possibility, as we know, that transfer window ends exactly a week from now, talking about having a few players being offloaded in the build-up to what they want to be a good season with a trimmed squad, so to speak.
The squad is big, and the technical staff and the management through the sporting director, Mr. Kaizer Jr. Club is working on options of to try to offload the squad, especially to give the possibility to some players that didn't have the consistency or didn't have enough time to get more time playing into to other teams, and as well to some young players to get the experience needed in PSL.
That's Kaizer Chiefs, but I've got a disheartening story at the moment as my final piece. Black Leopards, once mighty Black Leopards from Venda, at the moment in trouble. The PSL granting them permission to have their game against Uppington postponed, but they cannot comply with the rule for under 23 players because they have a FIFA ban. As such, the league has said it's a final warning. If you don't sort this out, you will play games under protest and potentially lose matches as well as those 3 points. I want to hear from a former Black Leopards player, Hlompo Kekana. This hurts you, I'm sure.
Yeah, big time, Mazola. I think there's a rule that they need to, as South Africans, we need to look at, and it's the under 23 rule. As a promotional league, I don't think you can tell me how many players I should play as a 23. They must. You can't tell me the product that I'm buying, that you must tell me how I must use it. For me, for instance, we have a JDL league that is under 23. We have got DDC league. We can use those under 23. When we will play in promotional, I'm using my last earned money to say I want to get promoted. So allow me to use whatever player that I want to use. And that rule for me doesn't make football sense, especially in South African football.
Well, thank you very much, Mazal. I really appreciate it. All those stories and more you can find on sabcsport.com. Right now, though, this is where you come in. It's your favorite. We take a look at the leagues around the world and the 3 best performing players from the weekend.
Well, Tepang Moremi scoring a double in the MTN 8 final to give Orlando Pirates their 4th successive MTN 8